there's a strange emptiness lingering beneath modern life. A kind of invisible fog that blurs reality, dulls the senses, and stretches everything thin. You can see it in the blank stares of people scrolling endlessly through their phones, in the sterile small talk at work, in the way nothing seems to hit as hard as it used to. Joy feels muted. Tragedy feels distant. And time slips by like water through open hands. We are more connected than ever, yet many feel more detached than they've ever been. This isn't just about burnout or attention spans. This is about the collapse of meaning, about why, in a world so full of stimulation, nothing really feels real anymore. We live in what philosopher Jean Baudrillard called a hyperreality, a world where simulation replaces substance. It's not just that we consume media, it's that media has consumed us. News is curated for clicks, outrage is packaged as identity, and influencers' craft lives more polished than fiction. You don't experience a moment, you capture it, edit it, filter it, and hope it performs well. We're not just living life, we're performing it. And after enough time in this loop, even our emotions begin to feel synthetic. Social media hasn't merely documented life, it has redefined it. We compare our raw footage to everyone else's highlight reel. We chase engagement over connection. Experiences are chosen not for their meaning, but for their marketability. We curate ourselves, branding our personalities until the line between who we are and who we're pretending to be is too thin to notice. In this world, reality isn't experienced, it's constructed. And in that construction, something vital is lost. Part of what once gave life stability was trust in the institutions around us: religion, government, education, even family structures. These were the pillars that helped people make sense of their place in the world. But today, those structures are fracturing. Religion is in decline. Political systems feel rigged. Jobs feel disposable. Education often leads to debt more than meaning. People are told to follow their passion, but the roadmaps have been shredded. Even family units, once the bedrock of identity, are more fragmented and redefined than ever before. When institutions crumble, so does the shared narrative. If society doesn't agree on what's true, what's right, or even what's real, then the meaning of things becomes individual and unstable. We're left floating in ideological freefall, building belief systems from memes, TikToks, podcasts, and whatever bits of truth we can cobble together. But this DIY meaning-making doesn't always lead to wisdom. Often, it leads to confusion, contradiction, and chaos. We're drowning in content. Every second of every day, more is produced than we could consume in 1,000 lifetimes. But the problem isn't just quantity, it's how content is designed. Algorithms reward outrage, sensationalism, and quick dopamine hits. The result is a digital landscape where everything screams for your attention, and nothing stays in your memory. You can watch a video of a war zone and then scroll to a cat video, then a cooking tutorial, then a political meltdown. Tragedy and comedy exist side by side, flattened into the same emotional register. The result? Emotional desensitization. If everything is shocking, nothing really shocks anymore. If everything is meaningful, then nothing truly moves us. This is the paradox of overexposure. The more we see, the less we feel. When was the last time you felt truly present? Not just physically there, but mentally, emotionally anchored in the now? It's increasingly rare. We live suspended between a past we can't stop replaying and a future we're terrified we'll never reach. We escape into distractions not because we're lazy, but because reality feels unbearable, or worse, boring. Real life can't compete with the carefully engineered highs of digital escape. But the more we escape, the more disconnected we become from our bodies, our relationships, and our inner worlds. We become spectators of our own lives. Present, but not participating. Conscious, but not alive. Another unspoken factor is how modern capitalism turns everything, including meaning, into a product. Self-help becomes an industry. Wellness becomes a brand. Even spirituality is commodified into apps, retreats, and hashtags. Everything is monetized. And when everything is for sale, sincerity feels like a trick. We're sold the illusion of individuality in mass-produced packaging. We're told to be ourselves, so long as it's marketable. We are encouraged to chase purpose, but only if it fits within a profitable framework. The result is a kind of spiritual exhaustion. A hunger for authenticity in a world designed to distract, manipulate, and sell. The truth is, there's no quick fix. You can't download meaning. You can't swipe your way into depth. And no algorithm is going to save your soul. But maybe the answer isn't out there. Maybe it starts smaller, more personal. Maybe it begins with a commitment to reclaim reality from abstraction. To pay attention again. To unplug from performance and plug back into presence. To read slowly. To walk without headphones. To ask questions that don't have easy answers. Maybe it's about giving up the chase for the extraordinary and relearning how to find wonder in the ordinary. Cooking dinner. Sitting with a friend. Holding silence without fleeing from it. Returning to the body. Returning to the breath. Remembering that we're not machines, and life isn't content to be consumed, it's something to be lived. If nothing feels real anymore, it might be because we've forgotten how to be real ourselves. Meaning doesn't collapse all at once, it erodes, quietly, as we trade our inner lives for outer appearances. But the human spirit is stubborn. Even in the most artificial environments, it seeks truth. And maybe that's where hope lives, not in some grand revolution, but in the small, quiet decision to care again. To feel. To stay. To be.